If you're a high income earner and you feel like you've tried everything to reduce your tax bill, maxed out your 401k, hired a solid CPA, maybe even experimented with a few strategies, and you are still writing eye-watering checks to the IRS every quarter, then this video is for you. And let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, when someone first comes to me, it's not because they're doing something wrong. They have simply outgrown the basics. Your income has reached a level where standard advice is no longer enough, and you need to think about taxes differently. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the framework that we use to help clients approach tax planning from a more strategic, coordinated perspective. My name is Omar Morillo. I am a certified financial planner, and I work with business owners, physicians, and high-earning professionals across the country. If you're tired of paying more than what is necessary under the law, then you're not alone and you're not stuck. Let's talk about why basic tax strategies stop working. Most high earners hit a ceiling. You can only get so far with a 401k, an IRA, and a handful of deductions. Once your income rises above a certain level, those tools stop moving the needle. One of the biggest shifts I see between people who are just getting by and people who are making real progress is this. They understand the difference between tax preparation and tax planning. A good CPA keeps you compliant. A great strategy helps you plan ahead, legally and proactively, so that you're not stuck reacting every April. And most of the tax savings opportunities available to higher income individuals require foresight and structure, not just form filing. Now let's talk about the tax planning framework from a strategic standpoint. Let me share what we focus on and when we are helping clients approach tax planning at a more advanced level. We begin by examining income timing and structure. Not all income is taxed the same, and how and when you receive it can significantly affect your liability. Then we look at advanced planning vehicles, retirement accounts beyond the basics, investment tools, and tax-aware portfolios. We examine business entities, cash flow distribution, and succession structures that align with your current long-term objectives. And most importantly, we look at how all these pieces work together, because one good idea in isolation does not create meaningful change. Coordinated implementation does. Now, before I go deeper, what I am sharing here is the same approach I've used with clients at Imperio Wealth Advisors. We provide comprehensive financial planning for business owners and professionals with complex needs. Tax strategy is just one part of the puzzle. We examine how to coordinate it with investments, legal structures, retirement goals, and cash flow requirements. This level of planning is not for everyone. It requires ongoing attention, strong communication between professionals, and a genuine desire to be intentional with your financial life. However, if you're earning over $500,000 a year and feel that you need more than what you're currently getting, it might make sense to have a conversation. So back to the framework. Let's talk about implementation strategies that actually move the needle. Here are a few of the strategies we have seen make a real difference for clients in the right situations. For business owners, cash balance and defined benefit plans can offer substantial deductions and long-term value if implemented correctly. We also explore proper business expense documentation systems. You would be surprised how much gets left on the table due to poor tracking. Real estate investment structuring, if it aligns with your goals, can offer depreciation benefits that offset other income. And in some instances, family employment or income shifting strategies can allow you to keep more dollars within your household. Again, when structured appropriately and reviewed by professionals. So let's talk about getting the right team and coordination. Here's the reality. Tax planning cannot exist in a vacuum. If your financial advisor, CPA, and attorneys are not on the same page, opportunities will be missed. The most common red flag I see: documents that are not aligned, trusts that do not match account titles, CPAs who are only focused on last year's return. This is not a strategy. That is cleanup. You need a coordinated approach with professionals who are willing to communicate with each other and tailor their services to your specific life. That is what makes a difference. So if you're watching this, chances are you are already doing well. You are not struggling because you are careless. You're struggling because your success has outpaced the planning you started with. There is nothing wrong with that, but it is time to level up. The difference between someone who pays what they are legally obligated to versus someone who overpays year after year easily comes down to strategy and team. At Imperio, we work with clients to establish their team and guide their strategy over time. So if you're ready to take a deeper look at what you might be missing, click the link, send us a message via our website. We will review your current approach and let you know if there is room for improvement. Thank you for watching. And if this kind of transparent, strategy-focused planning content is helpful, feel free to follow us for more and share it with your loved ones.